So this is the exercise that I have come to call shared presence. You've already heard why and how it got developed. It's got two ingredients, and then it's like a two-layer cake. There's two steps of how we use these two ingredients. The two ingredients are easy. You got them. It's breathing in and breathing out. Okay, moving on. We all got that part. Now it's how we focus, what we're focusing on with the breath in and breath out. That's really the core of this exercise. The first layer of the cake, and if you don't get to the second layer, okay, but the first layer of the cake is with the breath in. So if you're standing in front of an audience, you're taking in the whole audience this way, or if you're with a person that you're in conversation with, or you can do this to yourself in a mirror, and that can be a very powerful practice. On the breath in, you're breathing in, you are receiving the other person in the same way that we take in information. We walk in a room and go, oh, that's what's going on here. It's not necessarily receiving them, you become them or anything like that. It's you're just opening up and receiving this information of this person, this energy, this group, this person in the mirror. And you're just allowing yourself to open and receive with acceptance, without judgment. And going back to the reason I developed the exercise was I developed it to get rid of the fear of other people judging you. You want to get rid of that fear? You stop judging. And acceptance is the opposite of judgment. So, the breath in, you're receiving the other person. Focus on other, not on you. Focus on the other person, the audience. You're breathing them in with acceptance. And then on the breath out, it's a wave of release. You just let that go. You let that go because you got to breathe who they are in the next moment. Because we change moment by moment. And especially if you're in conversation with somebody. If you really look, we become totally different people in each moment. So when you're keeping in track with who we are in each moment, that's presence. Okay? Or that's a kind of presence. So you breathe in with acceptance and then breathe out and let that go. With the next breath, you breathe in who they are in the next moment. Breath out, let that go. And I usually start people with 3 big breaths in and out to go, and just practice releasing so you've got that one down. So the first one, breathe in with acceptance, breathe out, let it go. The second layer of the cake is you're still doing the first layer, you're just adding to it. The second layer is you're breathing in the other person, the other party, even if it's you in the mirror, with acceptance, but you're also breathing in what you're feeling. And if your heart's pounding, or your hands are sweaty, or your mouth is dry, or if you've got nervous, whatever, even if you have anger, whatever you're feeling, that's okay. You're just breathing that in. It's fine. So you're creating space. This breathing in with acceptance is a creating of space. So you're breathing the other person with acceptance and whatever you're feeling. It's all okay. And then the breath out is still a wave of release. But on that wave, what rides it is an intention of goodness for the other person and wishing well for the other person, right? It could be one of care or wanting to contribute to their well-being. And when we're speaking, our words will ride that wave of wanting to contribute to the other's well-being. That's the purpose of the words that are coming out of our mouth. So we could, without speaking, breathe anyone in with acceptance, including what we're feeling. And on the breath out, let that go. And on that natural wave of release, send out an intention of goodness for others. Wish that person well. Wish that audience well. Okay? That's the exercise. You can do it to yourself in a mirror. Can lead to some wonderful self-acceptance. You can do it in relationship with a partner or maybe someone that's difficult. They don't have to know you're doing it. And it can help you hear them better sometimes. Does our judgment get in the way of hearing? Yeah, just a little. Or you can do it the way it was designed to breathe in a whole audience. Whenever I've done this in front of an audience, I get up there and before I speak, I just stop and I just breathe everyone in with acceptance. And I feel, it's like I feel everyone. And without, I feel a release, and I send out a kind intention, and then I speak. Almost inevitably, every time, at least several people will point to that moment and say, you know, when you first came out there, you kind of gave some kind of space or something, but it's like you know, they remember the moment. They don't really know what was happening, but they could feel, a lot of people report feeling themselves settle in that moment. Because you know, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? That's our life, right? Here we just go. When I breathe them in with acceptance and breathe out with a kind intention, who doesn't want to be breathed in with acceptance? Anyone you know? In fact, when I first developed this exercise and I was practicing it a lot, I did it as I was walking down the street all the time. And I first day, I remember I sat in the park and I said, I'm breathing in the kids and the dogs and the families and the everything with acceptance, out with a kind intention. Within less than 5 minutes, all the children were playing in front of me and all the dogs wanted to come to me. Just saying. It wasn't me. It's about who doesn't want to be around someone who breathes you in with acceptance. What a lovely presence and gift to bring into a room. Anyway, so this is my description of the exercise. I have another one where I guide you through it and do it with you, another video that I recorded a while ago, but it's a good one and you can check it out. And I hope you enjoy practicing shared presence.